When did you last stop to check in your own life? Hi, I'm Angeli, and this is Life in Progress, the podcast where we have real conversations about relationships, business, and figuring out your 30s. Let's get into it.
Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to Life in Progress. Muntik na hindi ma-record kasi di ko pala napindot. Diyos ko, baka magsalita ako ng isang oras. Wala naman pala. So, yes, I am in New York City, my dream city, my Totga city. So, yung mga tao, yung mga Totga nila ay mga tao. Sa akin, ang Totga ko is this city that I never got to leave ng matagal. So I've been in Madrid for 5 years and I don't know. I mean, I love living in Madrid and feeling ko litong-lito ako sa nangyayari sa buhay ko right now. But that's part of life, you know. I've been here for a week now. Nag-attend ako na isang conference and I just wanted to exist. Hindi ako nag-record ng vlog. Nag-take ako ng photos here and there. Di ko nagamit yung camera ko. I just wanted to live the moment. I just wanted to remember everything. Yung coffee, kinakain ko, mga people na na-meet ko. I just wanted to remember that. I just wanted to keep it so close to my heart. And parang ayoko na siya i-share pa. Parang hindi na siya necessary i-share. Yung iba gumawa ako ng mga content just because may memory sa phone ko. But hindi na siya necessary na kailangan i-share ko pa sa mundo. And that's how I want to travel now. Not everything should go to social media. Not everything is about business. Ganto, ganyan. I mean, I love my business. I love Access Travel. But as I've been saying, talagang nag-dedicate talaga ako ng a lot of time, effort, resources sa pag-build ng Angeli outside my businesses. And eto na yon. Speaking of ano yung tinrabaho ko sa pag-build ng self ko, today's topic is about the power of feeling uncomfortable. Yung title, nakuha ko yan sa conference na nag-attend ako. Kaloka, halos $1,000 yung ticket no conference na yun. Pero marami naman ako natutunan. And yun na yung way of Angeli seeing the world, experiencing the world. And I wanna keep this moment so private na parang, ang sarap guys, ang sarap. Feeling ko sa maturity na din. I mean, I post, ganyan. Pero hindi na siya yung parang mandatory na kailangan lahat na sa social media. So meron akong isang guy na na-meet doon. Parang Olympic player siya, pero hindi pa siya nananalo ng gold medal. So 5 times na ata siya nag-Olympics, imagine niyo. And hindi pa siya nananalo ng gold. So ito try niya daw sa 2030. The art of being uncomfortable. The power of being okay with uncomfortable things. Because failures, perspective yan ng ibang tao. People have their own lives. Hindi natin perspective yung failure eh. But when we say nag-fail tayo sa isang bagay, perspective yun na akala natin ganun ang tingin ng mga tao sa atin. At the end of the day, people don't care. The worst thing they can do is write about you already. Who cares about people na anonymous, diba? If you're someone in your 20s or in your 30s or probably in your 40s and ayaw na ayaw nyo nagiging uncomfortable, unfortunately, the bad news is nandun talaga lahat ng growth, nandun talaga lahat ng changes, nandun talaga lahat ng things on the other side of the world, on the other side ng life na pangarap nyo, na gusto nyo makamit, nandun talaga siya. Wala siya sa comfort zone. Wala. Even the richest of the richest people, they have to do uncomfortable things to get to that side of life and world. Wala talaga yung mga pangarap natin sa comfortable life. I'm speaking from experience and I know a lot of people can resonate with that. If you want a comfortable life, I think first step na yun ng why? Ano ba, napaka-judger? No, I mean, kanya-kanya naman, people are complex. Pero if you are someone looking into having, you know, a better life, growth, an improved health, mental health, nandun talaga siya sa kabila. Wala talaga siya dito sa comfort zone. Wala. I mean, being in comfort zone is also beautiful. You can also grow sa comfort zone. But I feel like in the beginning talaga, when you're building something, you really have to do some crazy because if hindi, wala talaga. I've been making that mistake sa isang business ko. And yeah, and I'm learning na ako pala yung gumagalaw sa comfort zone ko noon. It's time to do some crazy shit because hindi talaga kami gagalaw. Okay, so discomfort is data. Your body reacts to new the same way it reacts to unsafe. They're not the same thing. Learning to tell them apart is basically the whole skill. Sobrang grabbing time and effort ang nilalagay ko sa neuroplasticity. nag-share ako sa inyo sa Substack na magbasa kayo. So, na-realize ko doon, si brain pala natin, same danger yung nasisignal niya sa new and sa unsafe. Syempre kasi ayaw ng brain natin gumagawa ng bagong wiring sa brain natin kapag new. So, kapag gumagawa tayo ng mga bagong bagay-bagay sa buhay, ang alam ni brain is danger yon. Hindi niya naiintindihan good yun for us or bad yun for us. Sinabi ko din niya sa isang podcast ko. So, if you are someone na nagsastruggle, mag-take ng new step, gumawa ng mga bagong bagay sa buhay, gumawa ng mga decisions to leave, your work or yung mga relationships na ayaw nyo na, hindi yan alam ng brain nyo. Si brain nyo, ang alam niya is unsafe niyan. Hindi niya alam na new step yon na makakabuti sa inyo. So, it's a skill na matutunan nyo, i-train nyo yung brain nyo, as in labanan nyo siya again and again na, no, we're gonna do this because this is the right thing for me. The more we understand our brain, the better decisions we can make. Kasi si brain, hindi niya alam pag nakahilata ka dyan, nakahiga ka dyan buong araw, masama yun para sa'yo. Ang alam niya is, yun na kasi yung pagka-train mo sa kanya. So, paulit-ulit, yun yung ginagawa niya and pinoprotektahan ka niya. Si brain kasi, sa pagkaintindi ko, makina yan na ang first job niya is to protect us. Lahat ng bagay na detect niya is unsafe. So, nasa sa atin yan, paano natin ito-train yung sarili natin sa skill na i-differentiate natin na unsafe ito and new ito. I can't live a life na ganito na. Kaya nga siguro nabobored ako kasi parang sobrang comfortable na ng life ko sa Madrid. Kaya parang sinasabi ko sa friends ko lately, I'm so frustrated and I don't even understand why. I'm so frustrated. Feel ko kasi masyado ng comfortable yung ginagawa ko. That's why I keep on doing things para mag-grow ako, mag-flourish ako, mag-expand yung mind ko. Ayoko maging Angeli na lang ng Access Travel. Ang boring naman doon. Parang gising ka, workout ka, ganito, ganyan. Same things. No, I don't want that, Like, gusto ko tuloy-tuloy yung pag-progress ko. Tuloy-tuloy yung paggawa ko ng mga things na magiging proud ako. Tuloy-tuloy yung pag-evolve ng buhay ko. Tuloy-tuloy yung pag-evolve ng character ko. And tuloy-tuloy yung buhay ko. Diba? Okay lang magpahinga, magsa-stop ako, mag-rest ako. But never ako magiging komportable sa buhay kasi feeling ko pag naging komportable ako, end of the world na. Ano na yun? Parang yung ego ko na sabi ko na, ang galing-galing mo, o ganito, ganyan. No. I always wanna live a life na masasabi ko sa sarili ko is, Angeli, you are the dumbest person right here. And I appreciate mo yan. Parang doon sa summit, parang sabi ko, bakit parang ako lang yung small business owner dito? Bakit parang lahat ng kasama ko, mga general manager ng Ritz-Carlton, and kung ano-ano pa, may mga private jets, meron pa isang celebrity nandun. Actually, ang dami celebrities kahapon. Sabi ko, I feel like I am the dumbest person right here. And feeling ko I was one of the youngest. That was the best feeling. Yun yung mga nag-crave talaga ako. Yun yung mga spaces na in awe talaga ako. Sobrang fascinated ako. Yung wala akong alam. I did it alone. I had to force myself to talk to people, to ask people to take my photos. And that was me being uncomfortable para i-boost yung confidence ko in business. Ganon na de-develop ang confidence sa business. Hindi na de-develop sa podcast, sa self-help. Kahit anong podcast ang pakinggan nyo, kahit ilan beses, I promise, if hindi kayo nag-execute, if walang actions, you won't be able to boost your confidence. So after na conference na to, ng summit na to, oh my God, I feel so confident. Paggising ko kanina, parang feeling ko, I can take over the world. So if you are someone nagsistruggle, you feel lost for whatsoever reason, one of the best strategies na mabibigay ko sa inyo is attend a conference. Put yourself out there. Makinig kayo ng mga live, na mga summit, mga live na talk. Just be out there. Just put yourself out there. Get out of this manifestation juju. Get out of these things, the framework, ganto, ganyan. Buy this book. Affirmations in the morning. Buy a ticket to somewhere. Attend a conference. Attend an event. Join something. Just put yourself out there. That's it. Yun lang yung masasabi ko. Like half of the year, if nagsulat, isipin nyo yung mga sinulat nyo noong January, binalikan nyo ba? Nag-review ba kayo? Sige, tutulungan ko kayo. Nag-review ako ng life ko. Sabi ko, okay, gumawa kami ng 2 events, execution. Nag-travel ng Finland with the family, execution. Ano pa? Almost, gusto ko na sana i-publish yung book ko na sinulat namin ng friend ko. Hindi ko nagawa, but I can move it to next year. So, Italia photo book, na-publish, check. Puro execution. And that's where my confidence comes from. So people when ask me, Angeli, saan? I do things. You can also give that to yourself. Give that to yourself because you deserve it. You are worthy of doing and executing. And kayang-kaya nyo yan. Number 2 naman is, nobody warns you that the version of you that you are trying to become lives on the other side of a bunch of awkward and uncertain moments. Growth doesn't feel like progress while it's happening. It feels like confusion. So parang sinasabi ko sa inyo kanina, lito talaga ako sa buhay ko right now. Kasi nga, in-explain ko to sa friend ko no isang araw. Sabi niya, bakit yung 30s daw, sobrang litong-lito siya. She's 33, I'm 35. She's a New Yorker. She's from here. And she works for LinkedIn, for Instagram. As in, bonggang friend ko to. Syalang friend ko to. Like, nakilala ko siya 12 years ago, nag-backpack ako sa Peru. So pinapaliwanag ko sa kanya. Sabi ko, Allison, based on my research, yes, nag-research talaga ako. 30s are very confusing kasi you're living a part of your life from your 20s and you are preparing for your 40s. Nasa gitna ka. Half 20s ka, half 40s ka, nakakapit ka sa parehas. Kasi gusto maging young but also gusto maging adult. Kasi feeling ko, in my perspective, 40s talaga yung full-blown adult ka. Like, yung pera mo, success mo, kung ano man yung definition yun ng success. So, yung 30s kasi nasa gitna ka. Parang, you're letting go of so many things. Ciao. Kasi may na-build ka ng guidebook from your 20s. Ayoko na to, ayoko dito, ayoko ganyan. Gusto ko to, ito yung strengths ko, ito yung weaknesses ko. Kumbaga may self-awareness ka na. No 20s kasi parang, wala man tayong guidebook, di natin alam, fresh grad, may iba nag-start ng business, ganito, ganyan. Pero yung 30s, may something ka na kasi pinangahawakan. Ngayon lang ako nagkaroon ng like taste, dine-develop ko pa siya, nag-evolve pa siya. Ngayon lang ako nagkaroon ng style. Ngayon ko lang naiintindihan yung sarili ko, ano yung colors na gusto ko, paano ko gusto mag-makeup, paano ko gusto yung mag-ganyan. Because may guidebook na ako, ano yung mga ayoko, ano yung mga hindi ko na-appreciate, ano yung mga hindi ko na-enjoy, paano ko gusto mag-travel. Ngayon ko lang nakikilala yung sarili ko. And honestly, if I'm being honest, kilala nyo naman ako. Ngayon lang din ako nagkaroon ng pera to fund my taste. Ngayon lang din ako nagkaroon ng pera para mag-evolve. Ngayon lang ako nagkaroon ng pera para bumili ng mga Max Mara, Zimmermann, Loewe. On a casual Thursday, naka-Loewe skirt ako. Ngayon lang ako nagkaroon ng mga privilege na to because when I was in my 20s, I was just so focused, mag-work, and i-build yung business ko. And no regrets. I love that version of myself. Hindi ko siya pagpapalit sa kahit ano and kahit kanino. Life works that way. Discomfort. Have to be uncomfortable. Version of you that you've been craving is on the other side. And I hope you give that to yourself. Meron tayong nakuha isang message from a doctor, Shala. Alam niyo, pag ganito yung mga nagme-message sa akin, talagang nabuboost talaga yung confidence ko. Kasi parang nabe-validate na I'm doing something really nice, something really good. Hi, Mika Villanueva. So she's a doctor in Australia. Ang shala, basahin natin. Hi, Anjali. I recently found your podcast and I'm obsessed. IDK, if you will be able to read this. Girl, binasa ko pa. Siyempre, hindi naman tayo celebrity. Ano lang tayo, normal na tao. So I just want to thank you for what you do. Thank you so much for being here. I am Mika, a doctor from the Philippines. Oh my God, rooting for you. Who recently moved to Australia. I've been listening to your episodes while job hunting and honestly, they brought me so much comfort. So many of the things you've shared have resonated with me during this transition. I don't know what the future holds. Girl, di mo kailangan alamin. But I know I'll eventually land my dream job. Mika, thank you so much. This made my day. This is why I keep on doing things. There was a time na munti ko na i-stop yung podcast ko. Sabi ko, ano ba naman itong mga taong to? Parang nakakairita. Yung iba kasi parang ang liliit na mga perspective sa buhay. Tapos parang sinisisi ka na gusto mo mag-grow, gusto mo maging confident na tao. Parang kasalanan mo. Wala silang self-accountability na, lumabas kayo dyan sa ano nyo, tapos sinisisi nyo yung ibang tao. I just wanted to stop doing everything. Kasi kumikita naman yung business ko lahat-lahat. Tapos na-realize ko, why the do I even care? Ayaw nila ng mga gandang bagay sa buhay. Huwag nila ako idamay. If you are trying to build something, have faith. Pinapa-remind ko sa inyo pa ulit-ulit. Hindi nyo nakikita ang fear, hindi nyo din nakikita ang faith. So, bakit tayo naka-hold on sa fear? Laban lang ng laban. Example, may kukwento ako sa inyo. So, recently, meron ako hinahanap na watch. Nag-send ako ng message dun sa SA ko ng Audemars a month ago. Sabi ko, hey, could you find me this watch? Nahanap niya. Di ko naman siya planong bilhin. Sobrang impossible lang ng dream ko. But I had the courage to ask. Kasi nag-assume na lang ako. My God, guys, meron na. The courage of asking. The courage of doing. The courage of executing. Because if you don't try, you'll never know. Kaya push ako ng push sa inyo. Push ako ng push. Try lang na try. Laban lang na laban. Just keep walking. Nakalagay din yan sa Bible. Pakinggan nyo yung podcast ni Joel Osteen. Think about the last time you felt truly proud of yourself. It probably was not the comfortable choice. Comfort rarely makes a good story. If you are going to give me problems, sige, tapan mo sa akin. Diyan ko ma-develop yung character ko. Bigay mo yan sa akin, isosolve ko yan. Because that will make a good story. That will help me to develop my character, the way I handle things, my principles in life, my test, my values and everything. But make sure, give me the resources, give me the mental capacity, give me the emotional maturity to handle these things, these people, these situations, these scenarios. Yun ang pinagpe-pray ko. I learned that from a guy I used to date, Greek siya. Sabi niya, Angeli, in life, the one mistake people make is they pray for a life na walang problema. Kasi siya very into Greek, parang Greek teachings. I mean, Greek siya, obviously. So, sabi niya sa akin, Angeli, even we don't end up together, I want you to be that person who always prays and asks for guidance and solving every challenge, every maze, every problem with so much grace. Never pray for a life without problems because that is nonsense. The reason bakit hindi kami nagkatuluyan is galit siya sa mga mayayaman. Ako, that's the point of me working. Kailangan sobrang yaman ko. Like, sobrang yaman ko. Yung tipong, hindi lang mayaman sa pera. Mayaman in a way na alam ko paano gastusin yung pera ko. I really want to live a comfortable life and I love money. I love spending it. I love buying good things. I love wearing expensive watches. I love getting blow dries in the morning, $100 every morning. I love this life and I'm not ashamed to say it. I love this life. This is the kind of life that I've always wanted for myself. I'm not gonna glamorize suffering. Why? Are we working to suffer? No. I am working to live a good life, to live a comfortable life. And I hope if you are someone nagsistay sa ganong mindset na suffering is beautiful, no guys, suffering is never beautiful. If you have the choice to work, to be uncomfortable, let's say for 1 year, to live a good life for the next 5 years, do it. I don't come from a family na lahat meron kami, sobrang yaman namin. No, I had to work on so many things. I mean, I don't have to explain that side of myself when people, do assumptions about me and my life. But yeah, I had to work on so many things for myself. And I'm so proud of that. Kaya ganito din yung confidence ko because it comes from being self-funded. So anyway, talking about my future self, sinabi ko to sa isang podcast ko noong nakaraan na I really want to make the future Angeli very proud of me. So yeah, siya yung inspiration ko. I feel like she is such a cool person. And every day I wake up, I remind myself, you are a cool bitch. You are a cool, expensive bitch. Parang may kausap ako kanina. Sabi ko sa kanya, Ben, I need to work because I know I am an expensive bitch. I work and I spend my money like crazy. No scarcity mindset. No, I know money will come back. Okay, so speaking of my future self, nasa MoMA ako the other day, I got this for myself. Letters to open on your birthday. Sinulat ko tong letter na to pag kinasal ako. Hindi ko susundin yung birthday. And eto, I'm glad you were born because you on your birthday. Hindi ko siya i-open on my birthday. Gusto ko siya i-open sa mga days na magiging special. Yung 1 year older, okay lang. So, ginawa ko siyang strategy na I'm gonna look forward to opening this letter every year kung hanggang kailan man. Dami ko binili. Baka bumalik ako ng MoMA, bibili pa ako. Hanggang sa 80 years old ako. So, magsusulat ng letter sa sarili ko. Tapos i-open ko siya para alam saan na ako nakarating. It's such a beautiful art. Oh, grabe. So, yeah, nagsulat ako. The first letter ko sa self ko is the day pag ikakasal ako. Siya, hindi ko na yung babasahin. Pero sige, kung babasahin ko. I hope you're happy that your person has finally found you. It has been very frustrating for you. Everyone passed by. It was such a painful road, but you healed. You held yourself together with so much faith because you knew what's for you will never pass you. And another perspective nag-change sa buhay ko is I started to look at my business, myself, my life as an art. The greatest art I'll create in this lifetime. Talagang tinanggal ko yung pressure ng ganito, ganyan. Oh, I'm building this for the clients. Oh, I'm building... No. I'm building this for myself. Then I'm gonna share it with everyone, with the clients, with my employees, with my family, with my loved one. Life changed. Next naman is being uncomfortable reveals what you actually want. Avoidance often hides the truth. Discomfort tends to surface it. Beautiful. The more we avoid things, hindi natin malalaman yung truth natin. Hindi natin malalaman ano yung gusto natin. Life is all about facing ourselves, facing the situations, facing people, and just throwing ourselves out there to be uncomfortable para malaman natin ano ba yung gusto natin. Ano ba natin malalaman? So example, paano ko ba nalaman New York City ang totga ko? Because I've been coming here again and again and tinapon ko yung sarili ko from Manila to Madrid para tumira. na na-realize ko, tumira na kasi ako dati dito, pero hindi matagal, saglit-saglit lang. Medyo a little bit afar siya from New York, pero I've been traveling here for so long. And doon ko na-realize, bakit naging totga ko to? Kasi tinapon ko yung sarili ko sa napakadaming situations. Hindi ako nag-avoid. Then na-realize ko, kaya pala ito yung gusto ko kasi ganito, ganyan, ganyan. Nag-surface yung truth. Ganon din sa relationships. The more you avoid yung mga people na ayaw nyo kausapin, ayaw nyong iharap sa mga nangyayari, ayaw nyo sila i-hold accountable, wala mangyayari. Hindi nyo malalaman yung truth. That's why you have to learn how to expose yourselves sa mga gantong scenarios, sa mga gantong people, sa lahat ng ina-avoid nyo para malaman nyo yung totoong nangyayari. Hindi pwede avoid ka ng avoid. Example, gusto mo nga mag-lose na weight pero ina-avoid mo naman yung gym. Basic example. Gusto mo healthy life pero ina-avoid mo naman yung pag-face ng truth na dapat di ka uminom ng 5 cans of Coke a day. Diba? Kailangan basahin mo yung label. Malalaman mo lang yung truth mo kapag binasa mo yung label na parang, 27 grams pala yung sugar na nasa isang can. So those are some of the superficial things na daily natin ay experience. Overall, sa bigger picture ng life, the more you answer to yourself, the more you hold yourself accountable sa mga bagay-bagay, the more mag-resurface yung truth na gusto nyo. The more nyo malalaman ano yung gusto nyo, ano yung ayaw nyo. And doon nyo mabibuild yung guidebook nyo for yourself. Hindi kasi, wala talaga napapala sa avoidance. Yun. Kaya, if kaya ko itapon yung sarili ko sa mga bagay-bagay, if kaya ko tumalon na paulit-ulit, I'll do it. Because doon ko talaga madidevelop yung pagkatao ko. Doon ko talaga madidevelop yung character ko. Doon ko talaga malalaman ano klaseng Angeli ba gusto ko maging sa buhay. Ano ba yung mga Angeli na ayoko na. As I always say, for you to become someone, you have to unbecome a lot of things. You have to kill so many versions of you para maging yung version na gusto nyo maging sa buhay. Next one naman is it sharpens your focus. Comfort breeds autopilot. Kapag komportable ka, alam mo, nagigising ka, ganito gagawin mo, ganyan gagawin mo, tapos tulog ka na ulit. Manood ka ng Netflix, tulog ka na ulit. Ganito, ganyan, ganito yung kakainin mo, ito yung gagawin mo, tapos tulog ka na ulit. Parang hindi yata nice yun. Parang we don't deserve that. If we have the choice, grow, to learn, to put ourselves out there, to be exposed, that's the only way na magiging fun ng life natin. And I'm not talking about big things, expose yourself sa pag-join ng mga maliliit na mga bagay. If you're struggling to find force yourself to go for a run. Expose yourself. Pumunta kayo sa park, umupo lang kayo doon, makipag-usap kayo sa random na tao. The best strategy for me is kapag may dog yung tao, kinakausap ko. Tapos nagchichika na kami, nakikilala ko na sila. Just expose yourself. Hindi darating yung mga opportunities sa inyo, nakaupo lang kayo sa bahay, nag-Netflix. Hindi darating ang taong hinahanap nyo, let's say, gusto yung makipag-date na nakaupo lang kayo sa bahay. No. You really have to expose yourself. You really have to be there. You really have to execute. Hindi darating ang tao na naka-vision board dito na sobrang laki, no. You really have to do the work. Discomfort forces you to actually pay attention. Kapag hindi tayo komportable, parang kahapon sa conference, hindi ako masyado comfortable, but I was like focused. Yung attention ko was sharp. I was observing this person, that person. Hindi ako nagpo-phone. Tingnan ko lahat. Nakikinig ako sa lahat. Kasi that was a very unusual place for me. I came out refreshed, inspired, motivated, and ready to do a lot of things, new things in business. I learned a lot of things about social media, branding, do this, do that. Na hindi ko yun matututunan kung nasa Madrid lang ako and hindi ako lumipat. And hindi ko may improve yung businesses ko, yung branding namin, yung social media namin if hindi ako nagpunta doon. Nakinig ako sa ibang perspective, in-expose ko yung sarili ko. Comfort sa business. Kala ko galing-galing namin, ganto, ganyan, ganto. May 30,000 views yung isang reel. We're getting business. But no, it's comfort. That's autopilot. This comfort is breeding autopilot. I don't want that for myself. What I want for myself is go somewhere, learn, apply sa business. Go here, magkakaroon sa isa pang summit sa London. I'm gonna travel. I'm buying my tickets. Kasi ibang perspective naman yun ng mga Londoners, mga people from the UK. So natutunan ko dito is perspective ng mga Americans that I can actually apply sa mga businesses go back in the Philippines. So sa next summit is, ang makukuha kong knowledge is from British people. Ini-apply ko siya. Unti-unti, binubuo yung mind ko. Maybe one day I can create a business to market to the Americans. It builds resilience. Each time you see through it without bailing, your tolerance for future comfort goes up. Resiliency is everything. Life is unpredictable. The only thing na alam natin is, na sure talaga mangyayari is change. Things could change tomorrow. As sinasabi ko kanina, I got a very weird letter yesterday na hindi ko in-expect. I thought I was okay with this person, then bigla may legal letter. I never expected that, but that's life. I'm gonna go back to Spain with so much grace, and I'm gonna talk to this person, aayusin namin, and let's see where things will go. Resiliency. It's uncomfortable, yes. I have to study so much Spanish, na mga legal words, but I will do it. I love solving problems for myself. I love doing things for myself because alam ko pag na-encounter ko yun sa susunod, in the future, alam ko na, this is going to be my trial next time. Ano na ako? Intermediate na ako. Hindi na ako beginner, right? Life boils down to executing, doing things. Be uncomfortable. You know, my life, let's say, yung pagta-travel ko, ang nag-push sa akin doon, I was a curious person. I've always been a curious person. I'm so curious about everything. I'm so curious paano ginawa to, ano story nito, like mukha siyang elephant na ewan. I'm so curious about this art. So yun yung nag-fuel ng everything ginagawa ko. Yun yung nag-fuel ng execution ko. One advice I'm going to give you guys is find what fuels your execution. Mine is like, I'm very curious the world. I'm always like, oh, what's out there? I want to open this door. I want to see what's in here, what's in there. Find what fuels your execution and keep on executing. Keep on moving. Execute, because that's the best life I can imagine for everyone when we are curious. If you can be curious sa mundo, you will be able to open a lot of doors. So that's all for today. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to follow my socials, Angeli Dub, the socials of my podcast, Life in Progress Pod, and our Instagram, we are Life in Progress PH. And don't forget to subscribe. That's all for today. Thank you so much for listening. Ciao, ciao. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.